101. Santino Panetta and Vasilij Apostolidis have a great chance here of securing pole position for the later final because they both have 94 points. Wojciech Woda's not got a bad chance either, having finished off. Oh no, my apologies, Wojciech Woda was in the previous race, wasn't he? So he finishes on 84. Arthur Braun, though, he currently has 82. So if he gets a decent race victory, he might have a chance of securing pole position himself, depending on what happens to Coronel and Panetta. They come off the final turn. We get ready for the start. Are we racing first time? Yes, we are. Coronel to the first corner. And it's a good start for Coronel. And this comes up at the back. 2-3 cars involved. And it's caused a chain reaction. Oh dear, several cars involved in that one. When you're going off and going sideways in turn one, the drivers have absolutely no chance of a reaction. So there was always going to be big contact if one car went wide. And it's already caused us to go full course yellow. So we are full course yellow around the course. Panetta off, Braun off, Campos off, Mora off, Karl Mikelev is off, and so too with Tiziano Antola and Radek Vavra. This changes everything because we've lost Panetta, Braun and Campos, three of the biggest names from this Academy Trophy field, as Rocco Coronel, the race leader, brings the field under yellow flag.
Yeah, such a disaster, the ton of event, but as you said, the chain reaction fortunately was pretty much unmissable for the young drivers in the belly of the field. That's two winner of qualifying heat of yesterday, Lorenzo Campos and Santino Panetta, that we've lost. Panetta seems to be going back again. Yes, he's with us, as Artur Brohan and Campos unfortunately are gonna have to retire by the look of it, as well as Luca Murado Castro. We're gonna have confirmation of that once they come across again, and one of the drivers still in his cart. Hopefully he's doing alright, but the medicines and the doctors on track are already operating and try to help him out as much as possible, so we'll keep you informed. But now still under the yellow flag conditions, full course yellow on through the track, waiting for the course to be made clear. But Rocco Coronel was able to keep the advantage from pole position. Here's the start again. Let's see what happened with Rocco on the left side.
Now what we're going to see here is the white helmet to Braun. He goes for second. There's a little bit of nudging between third and fourth. Braun's trying to get through on the inside. That was Panetta and Campos. They were a little bit too close together. They connected, and as he came into the first corner, Braun essentially just drifted into their path. Let's look at it. Look, Braun, they just connect, Braun and Campos, and he just caught the rear quarter of Panetta's car. Nothing they could have done about it. They're in the middle of the circuit, and unfortunately several karts therefore end up basically connecting with them. It's nobody at fault at all there. There's nobody you can really point at that.
That's a big contact.
It was big contact in the second round, wasn't it? There's nobody there you could say, well, that was your fault. There was nobody really driving badly. It's just one of those chain reaction incidents where three karts are going for the same bit of racetrack at the same time. Santino Panetta has managed to get going again, though. He's at the back of the field in 16th. He's caught up to the rest of the pack. The good news is that now everybody has managed to be recovered from their kart under their own steam. There is a rather exhausted looking Tiziano Antola, I think that is, the Peruvian. He was the one who basically had absolutely no chance to get out of the way and sailed straight into the path of Braun, Campos, Mora and Mikelev. So fortunately, even though it's a very nasty looking accident, it looks to me that in essence everybody is okay, even if there's a few batters and a few bruises.
Yeah, that's what we like to see, but in the meantime we've lost 6 drivers: Radek Vavra, Tiziano Antola, Kaile Mikelev, Luca Mura, Lorenzo Campos and Artur Brohan. Unfortunately are no longer a part of this race that will get going in just a few moments. We'll go green very soon, and now it's back to racing with Rocco Coronel. Rintaro Sakai making his way up to P2, 6 places gained for the Japanese driver, taking advantage of the mayhem happening behind him. Here they are, the youngsters of the Academy waiting in line.
Well, that's the second Academy Trophy event in a row then that Arthur Braun has had a fantastic chance to win the final, and it's all come apart on Sunday morning. It's very unfortunate indeed for Arthur Braun, as it was Saturday last time out that things went wrong for him, but he was still able to find his way into a relatively competitive position, ready for the final. But yes, 6 drivers disappearing from the fray on the first lap. There is the race director, Pasquale Lupoli, just keeping us abreast of what's going on there. What this does to the rankings and the new favourite for pole position is, with Panetta down at the back and Braun and Campos out of the race, it now means the new favourite for pole position is Vasilij Apostolidis, the Greek driver who got a victory yesterday. He now finds himself currently running in 4th position on the restart. but then you're going to have Coronel, Sakai and Marti, 3 drivers who have not won a race yet, in front of him, all battling to try and become the 6th different race winner in 6 qualifying heats. And that looks to me as though we're going to go racing this time by. They're going to come out of the final turn, line astern, and are we going to go green this time as they come through, off onto the main straight? Indeed we do. It is green, 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 and we are racing once again here in Rodby. And Sakai is under pressure from Hugo Marti already as they go through the first couple of corners. Marti's going to go for second place. He makes the bid and he gets through. So Marti in a second place. Meanwhile, Sebastian Garzon, the Colombian, is trying to take on Vasily Apostolidis for 4th position. This is all good news for Rocco Coronel, who takes a very clear lead already.
Yeah, that's the thing you had to do, trying to escape as soon as possible, hoping for the battle behind. That's really what's happening with Marti, despite it up into P2 in front of the Japanese. He's going to try to switch back, but those two, if they played smart, they might want to try to work together to decrease that gap that's already getting bigger and bigger by each corner. Outside of the banking, watch out for Apostolidis, the Greek driver. Around the inside goes Sakai, and maybe the Greece driver will be able to do so, not quite as yet, and he's losing a place to Garzon, unfortunately, for the Greek driver. Sebastian Garzon from Colombia is making up a place up into P4. Watch out for the battle. Garzon, Apostolidis, Timonen in P6 as well, in the same train, as the gap is extended to up to 0.6 of a second from Rocco Coronel. Oh, the battle and the contact in turn number 3 between Apostolidis, Timonen and Gira Piafing was involved in there. We have up to 5 drivers in the same picture. Watch out not to take each other out. Once again, guys, let's make it through until the checkered flag in one piece, shall we? Into turn number 5. All the drivers taking different racing lines to try to get an advantage and a bit of momentum, as Randy outside is being a little bit shuffled over there to 502. This is Garzon, losing a couple of positions and momentum as well. Santino Panetta is investigated at the moment, trying to catch up from the back end of the field.
I wonder if there's a problem for Jedayupa. I think Jedayupa's got some kind of mechanical issue. The kart is suddenly a lot slower than it was half a lap ago. I wonder if he's got a similar problem to what occurred for Rocco Coronel yesterday, because Jedayupa has suddenly dropped back off the pace. He came through over the line in 7th place in front of Santino Panetta. Panetta is now 8th, would you believe? Make that 7th as he dives in. So Santino Panetta is making the mother of all comebacks. He's under investigation, but he's still battling. Jedayupa, as he goes wheel to wheel with the Daikin. But Santino Panetta's got past them all, and he's now in a 7th position, trying to hunt down Garzon in 6th position. That is one heck of a comeback from Santino Panetta. That's why you try and get your kart push started. You never know what's going to happen, as Jedayupa is really struggling in terms of pace. Adaikin has gone through, I do believe. And so Jedayupa down to 9th place. Victor Had trying to come through, and it's an absolute squabble fest as they work their way forward. Tracy Grantham managed to get up from 16th to about 13th in one corner there. Coronel comes through, leading Sakai. Then it's Timonen. Alpo Timonen has come through in 3rd position. The Finn has suddenly charged forward.
And the 42 Gaspar from Hungary in P14, P16 now has lost a bit of momentum. We just saw warning flag for Benjamin Jamgar as run the inside on the 518. This is Apostolidis, the Greek driver, on Hugo Marti. Beautifully made by the white crash helmet driver. Apo Timonen is picking up the fastest lap in this race. At this point for not only Apostolidis but also Panetta from Argentina. This is gloves off, isn't it? After the trouble in his opening lap. It's good for him that he was back in that zone with the mental spirit that he has to be able to forget about what happened, get into the mix and fight back as he does.
Well, for Panetta, this has actually put him back onto the front row of the starting grid for the final. So this is an amazing comeback for the Argentine. A lot of other drivers might have thrown their hands in the air, throw the toys in the pram and go, forget it, it's over, there's no point. But he has managed to get the kart restarted, joined the back of the field, got himself back into the hunt, and here he is now in 7th position as through comes the 512 of Timonen to get past Sakai for 2nd. Apostolidis goes with him to get into 3rd position. Apostolidis is looking good for pole position for the final, but that recovery drive from Santino Panetta is now likely to put him on the front row of the grid beside him when he was looking at about 6th or 7th on the grid for the final. So that's why Panetta got going again. You never know what can happen, you never give up, you never throw your toys out of the pram, and that's exactly how Santino Panetta has been able to get himself back provisionally on the front row of the grid for the final. Terrific.
Yeah, terrific indeed, and a beautiful lesson of determination that Panetta is giving us all. as we're about to enter what will be the last lap for this young man. Rocco Coronel 1.1 seconds on Timonen and Apostolidis, still explaining each other in this last round of the course. Here they come on the way to turn number 3. A bit of a distance for Apostolidis, I'm afraid. Will he be able to switch those positions? As in the meantime, the 522 of Sakai, and there he goes on the inside. Apostolidis, beautifully made. Will he be able to shut that door until the end of the lap? As Timonen is going to keep on trying, that's for sure. Panetta further back. Sakai, Marti, Gazon, Panetta in P7. Watch out for any sudden move coming to the banking in turn number 9. We see that happening plenty in the Academy Trophy. But for now, Coronel is on his way to take the win. That will put him in 7th place on the grid. Watch out for the last move, certainly. Apostolidis Timonen up until the end.
But what a fantastic charge from Rocco Coronel. He becomes the 6th different winner in the Academy Trophy this weekend out of 6 qualifying heats. Brilliant job from Rocco Coronel. I'm sure out of the Hungaroring, Tom will be watching with absolute bursting pride. Rocco Coronel hangs on through all of the tough nature of the racing behind him.